Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I appreciate you having me here today. Now, one thing I want to say to you, if you put my name into Google, this is what you're going to see. Unfortunately, that's not me on the left-hand side. That's my better-looking doppelganger, who's actually an Australian rugby player that plays for Japan. So please don't click on his link, rather click on mine, which is the second one over there, craigwing.com. You can find a little more information about me. But really, what I want to speak to you about today is about Future World, the organization where I'm a partner. And the clicker has stopped working, so if you can just sort that out in the back, that would be fantastic. But I really want to chat to you about the work that I do about helping organizations understand the future. Now, the challenge with a lot of futurists and trend folk is they say, this is where the future is going, but there's no specific rationale and purpose for your business. It's a great talk, but there's nothing specifically for you. My role at Future World is to say, well, how do we help you understand that and help you create the kind of business that you want in the future? This is how it happens. If I were to come to any one of you guys today and say, what is your business of the future in 5 years' time or 10 years' time? You'd say, well, this is what we did 5 years ago, and this is what we're going to do 5 years from the future. It's a backward-looking, forward extrapolation. And the challenge with that is you miss all the things that are coming left of center. You know, and you run the risk of becoming, whether it's a Nikon, whether it's a Nokia, and to be quite frank, you're going to be completely Ubered. Right? And so the challenge is really say, well, how do we find a place where you can go into the future, and how do you create that kind of business that you want today? Are we going to carry on over here? No problem. I'll just carry on, just chilling out with the folks. And, not like there's a timer going or anything. But anyway, irrespective of the fact. So the role is really to say, well, how do we help you think about the future strategically and create that kind of paradigm from the future? And I think that's really the key. In fact, what we're hoping to achieve is this. We want to help you create memories from the future. Memories from the future. How do you go there, bring in the best kind of speakers that we can, help you facilitate a process with your top guys, with your C-level folks, to create the business of the future? And that's really our primary objective. I'm going to jump around a little bit right now because the slides aren't up. But what I also want to do is I want to help you understand the nexus of future thinking strategy and the culture that you have in an organization. And Alex touched on some of these things. All right? So this is the slide that we spoke about before. Folks, the presentation is still not clicking through. If you can give me a hand over here. But I really want to chat to you about culture. And the problem with culture is this. A lot of organizations don't understand what culture is. It's some kind of nebulous thing. All right? And we're going to jump straight ahead. Sorry, folks, the presentation is still not working. Okay, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to do it without slides. How's that sound? Right? So this isn't going. Okay, so we'll put down the clicker and let's see what we can do. Okay, cool. So culture is really a nebulous thing. And the problem is this. If you look at culture, it stems from values. It starts from everything that you know, everything that you stand for. It's called your MTP, massively transformative purpose. That's your value. That's the thing that you start with. And if a lot of companies like you say the value that we have is about customer centricity, that's where it starts. The next level around is rituals. What is the kind of thing that we do for our company that puts the customer everything that we want? Right? So for argument's sake, that's every single individual in your company gets on the phone once a month to speak to a customer. The next thing around that is our heroes. Who are the heroes that espouse that kind of value? It may be John from accounting, who has taken the time to speak to a customer for 2 hours over his lunch break to really understand customer needs and customer value proposition. Finally around that, it's then the symbols. This is everything that you see in an organization. This is what a lot of guys say when they say this is culture. It's what you see and it's our culture. No, you've missed the essence. You missed the essence of heroes, you missed the essence of rituals, and you missed the values that is inherent to your organization. And that's the key around the culture. Now here's a bonus tip. The other bonus tip is if I had the diagram, you'll see that then is the circle called brand. And brand sits as the envelope around this. A lot of brand guys miss this completely. They say, no, we'll do a marketing campaign without understanding the value of your organization. Because the truth of the matter is, folks, is brand and culture are opposite sides of the same coin. And you have to have those things across the board. The final thing I want to chat to you about is about T-shaped individuals. T-shaped individuals are the new emerging workers that are coming through today. They're the millennials. Those are the ones that are giving all the baby boomers and the silent generation all the problems. Because what a T-shaped individual is, if you think about a T along the horizontal, it's knowing a lot of stuff and being very deep at one thing. And that's what a lot of young people are looking for today. They're trying to say, well, how can I learn a lot about different things, and how can I be an expert at one thing? The problem is this, folks. The problem is youngsters do not want to be trapped in a career for 30 years. They want to try dip in different areas. I want to do marketing, I want to do ops, I want to do sales, but the problem is companies like yours are not geared for that. As a result of which your performance metrics aren't there, your culture isn't there, even your rotations aren't there. The challenge is how do you create the kind of environment where you'll help youngsters move across? Right? And the tagline here, and really the big thing is, how do you create beautiful employee experiences? How do you create beautiful employee experiences? Not a simple job. So ladies and gentlemen, that's me. My name is Craig Wing. I'm a partner from Future World. I'd love to chat to you about culture. I'd love to chat to you about future thinking. And I'd love to chat to you about how you can get your presentations to actually work. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.